say that you need a book. If you join us for the first time, that's our weights. I've got a big hefty book. Yeah. So those are the good things to know.
Right, okay. Let's get going then. Let's do your quick mobility warm up. Let's go into high plank position. High plank position, you're going to bring your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Big reach up to the sky with your left hand. And then place the hand down, foot goes back. And I want you to start off in your high plank position, Trinny. So your feet are down, your knees are lifted, and your hands are down under your shoulders. That's it. Then you're going to bring your right foot forwards, big reach up to the sky. Foot back, bring the other foot forwards, big reach. And you're going to keep switching from side to side. So because I had some technical difficulties and then Instagram wasn't working, so I think we'll just get started a quick warm-up, mobilise everything nice and quickly. One more on each side. And on that right side, then you're going to hold your high plank for 10 seconds. So we should hold here. You're going to keep those hips tucked in, glutes engaged, upper mid-back lifted, belly button lifted. You've got 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees down, come into your cat dog stretch. So you're flexing and extending your spine. Flex and extend. Then we're just going to do a very quick thoracic rotation. I want you to place your left hand behind your head. Take a deep breath in, reach your left elbow underneath your right arm. And then exhale, reach that left elbow up to the sky.
Sorry, how am I?
So, your hand is behind your head. You're going to lift your left elbow up and then reach under that right arm. So you're opening up the chest. That's it, perfect. Deep breath in as you reach under, exhale, lift. Good, go for one more on that side, and then you're going to switch and do the same on the other side. Okay, place that hand down. You're going to switch and do the same on the other side now. So last one. Stop there, place that hand down. And switch. So you inhale, reach under. Exhale, big reach up towards the sky. Really working with the breath. So on the out breath, you're opening up the chest, feeling you're getting like a little bit of extra stretching through the chest, but also mobility for that spine. And last one. Good, then you're going to place that hand back down underneath your shoulders. And I want you to come into a plank variation. You're going to lift your knees, lengthen your legs out, hold a high plank. From here, you're going to reach your right hand to your left ankle. Come forward, reach your left hand to your right ankle. So you're getting in a bit of a stretch for the backs of those legs, as well as challenging the triceps, the shoulders, the chest, the obliques. There's lots going on here. So deep breath in, you come forwards, and then exhale, you reach back. Good, and you've got this for 45 seconds, and then you're on to your second exercise. Good. Trinny, do you have any requests of anything you'd specifically like to work on today?
I feel my butt. I just feel needs a bit of work.
Okay, we shall work on
butt, tummy, legs, just everything.
Okay, good. Right, last 6 repetitions. By now you should be feeling nice and warm. You've got 4. Go for 3, 2, and last 1. You're going to hold that high plank for a second without putting your knees down. Walk your hands back towards your feet and slowly roll up. You're going to have a really big stretch for a second. Then you're going to grab hold of your books or your one book or your weights, whatever you have to use for some resistance. So you want your stack of books, and you're going to come into an exercise for the legs, but also it's going to raise the heart rate. So weights are in front of the chest like this. You squat, lift your right leg, bring the books down to the right hip, squat again, switch, lifting that left leg, books come down to the left hip. So you squat, lift, lift. So now you're beginning to feel the abs work. You're actually working on the glute medius for stability, and you're working on the glute maximus as well as those quadriceps. So, and it's just a lift, and then those arms come down to the side, like this. Good, so you squat, lift, squat, lift. Nice, 45 seconds work here. Just gonna make sure I've got my timer on, and then we're going to go into some glute bridges, so you're really working the backs of the legs and those glutes. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to squat, exhale to lift. The faster you go, the more this is going to raise your heart rate, because you'll be getting in more repetitions. Those muscles are going to be working slightly more quickly, therefore raising that heart rate. You've got 3. Good, 2. Last 1. And stop there. Put those books down for a second. Come to your mat. Lie down on your back. You're going to go into those glute bridges. So, heels are down. Arms are down. Hips are tucked in. So you're pushing that lower back very gently onto the mat. You tuck your hips in and lift them up towards the sky. Squeeze the backs of those legs. And then roll down. We're just going to go for a couple of repetitions. And then there's some holds to come. So you tuck in, lift all the way up, squeeze the backs of those legs as much as you can, and then roll down. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. And as I always say, I just want to remind you, you don't have to lift up really high. If you do that but you're compromising your form, you're going to be hinging into your lower back, and you're not going to be using your glutes or your hamstrings. You're going to just be using those lower back muscles and putting a lot of pressure on that lumbar spine. So you want to focus on tucking in and squeezing the bum. You've got another 3, 2, lift and hold your next one. Bring your feet a little closer together because you're going to be balancing on one leg. You're going to lift your right leg, place the foot back down, then lift your left leg, place the foot back down. You can balance on your heels for this, so alternate between your heels. Really keep the hips tucked in, and you're working on the side of the stomach as well. So as you lift your leg, you're challenging those obliques, the side of the stomach. Inhale, you lower. Exhale, you lift. And you're here for another 10 seconds. Really keep those hips nice and still. Good. And last. 3, 2, 1 more. Both heels down, pulsing up. 10 pulses up, really squeezing the butt. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way down. Give those knees a big hug. Rock from side to side. And you're going to come into an ab exercise. This is a new one this week, Trinny.
Yeah.
You're going to cross your left ankle over your right knee. Have your right foot down the ground, as if you're coming into that figure 4 stretch. Hands behind your head. So your left ankle is over your right knee. Then you're going to lift your chest, rotate your right elbow to your left knee. Come back to the center, and again you lift and rotate your elbow to the knee, as if you're trying to touch your elbow onto your knee. You're going to feel the left side of your stomach really working with this. Inhale, you come back. Exhale, lift, rotate that upper body to the left. So I'm just going to come over to the screen to check that you're doing this. Right, that's it, perfect. So you should really be feeling that left side now. Inhale.
So you've got to keep the elbows straight out, either side of your ears.
So with this one, actually, you're bringing the elbow in towards the knee. And when you bring it in, you do feel the side of the stomach fire up a lot more, as if you're trying to touch the knee. Does that make a difference?
Yeah.
Good. You've got 3 more, and then you're switching sides. Last one. Let's switch. So you're going to uncross that ankle. That's it. And let's go. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach across. 30 seconds. Good. And we're doing a giant circuit today just to keep things mixed up. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach across, really bringing your elbow to your knee. Make sure you're engaging the pelvic floor as well, just to get those deeper core muscles firing. Really important to work on the structural muscles as well as your global muscles, those superficial muscles. 3, 2, last one. Rest for a second. Give the knees a quick hug, rock from side to side. And then you're going to come into a little mountain climber combination. If you need to here, you can put your forearms on a sofa or a chair or something if you struggle to balance on your wrists. You're going to lift the knees up towards the chest, so you quickly switch from side to side. If this feels like a little much, just bring the knees up one at a time, so it's more of a steady plank rather than a cardiovascular exercise. Okay, so you're here for 45 seconds, taking things up a notch today. I've been giving you 30 seconds, so today it's 45. That's it, you lift, lift, perfect, Trinny. And this is working the shoulders, it's working the triceps, the chest, those abdominals, particularly the abdominals after that last exercise, so we keep the lactic acid in the same area, keep them working, and it's raising your heart rate. Nice deep breaths. Lower the hips just a little bit, Trinny. That's it, perfect. And if you can bring it into that jogging movement where you lift, lift, lift nice and quickly, then you are going to be really raising that heart rate. It's going to be more difficult, but just make sure that your back feels okay with this. Your neck and your shoulders, always important to be safe during exercise. 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, come up onto your feet. If you need some water, now is your chance to grab it. I'm giving you 30 seconds of recovery because I'm feeling generous today.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, we've got 15 seconds left. I want you to grab hold of your books in a second so that you are ready to go with your first exercise.
Okay. That was the warm-up, ladies. Jesus Christ!
Feet are shoulder width, toes are turned slightly out. You're going to squat, lift your right knee, bring the books down to the right hip, back to the center, switch to the other side. So with this, you control it. You squeeze your buttock on the side where your leg is straight. So if you're lifting your left knee, you're squeezing your right glute as much as you can because it is supporting you. And Trinny, just try not to bring the legs across the body so much, just slightly, rather than all the way across, because that way you're going to be using your stomach a little bit more. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Hips are pushed back. Bring it in front of the chest. Good, and it's 45 seconds, just as before. 20 seconds to go. That's it, nice deep squat, knees are pushed out. And this should be some sort of gentle cardio. Work with that breath, especially as it becomes a little more challenging. You've got another 2. Good, last one. And stop there. Okay, you're going to put those books down for a second. And you're coming over to your, for some reason I forgot the next exercise. I think it's a glute bridge.
Glute bridge?
Yeah, you're going to come over to your mat to do the glute bridge. Yes, it was definitely a glute bridge. Okay,
well,
so you're
I thought that was a warmer upper.
Sorry?
I thought that was a warmer upper.
No, we're into the real thing now, Trinny.
Thank God, okay.
Right, heels down. You tuck your hips in, lift up into your glute bridge. This time, you're holding it here. Bring your right leg into a tabletop. You're going to roll down all the way, then lift up all the way. So it's a single leg glute bridge, just working on the back of your left leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, you lower. Really tuck in, really lift up. And if it is coming into your back a little bit, you can just place both of your feet back down and continue with the bilateral glute bridge, so both feet on the ground. But with this one, of course, all of your body weight is being shifted onto one side, so it's a lot more difficult. You're here for another 15 seconds, and then some little pulses are to come. Really lifting, tucking in that pelvis. Another 2 reps. Lift and hold your next one. Little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Let's switch and do the same on the other side. Right heel on the ground, left leg in tabletop. You tuck in, lift up. 30 seconds of these single leg glute bridges on the other leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Making sure that as you lift your hips, that left hip isn't dipping down. You're keeping it elevated so that the hips stay aligned in a neutral position. You're here for another 2. 1 more, lift and hold. 10 pulses up. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way down. Give those knees a quick hug. Rock from side to side. And we're into that ab exercise. Place your feet down on the ground. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Hands behind your head. Lift the chest. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. Then back to the center. So you're reaching across the body with your elbow. The more you press your knee down away from your torso, the more you're going to have to reach. Therefore, the more your obliques will fire up. And this gets into those sort of lower oblique muscles. You're halfway through this one. That's it, perfect. Really reaching across. Inhale, exhale, reach across. You've got another 5 repetitions, and then you're switching seamlessly to the other side. 3, 2, 1 more, and switch. Left foot down, right ankle over your left knee, reaching that left elbow to your right knee. Inhale, you come back. Exhale, you lift and reach across to that right knee. Inhale, exhale. Fantastic. Halfway through, 15 seconds to go. And I think I'll add just a little something on the end of this one to spice things up a little bit.
Of course you will.
Another 2, 1 more. Bring your head back to the center. Keep your chest lifted. Bring your right leg to a tabletop, your left leg to a tabletop. Push those knees together. Extend your legs. Keep your chest lifted. We have a hold. Isometric hold. Such a powerful way to really strengthen those abdominals. If you can, you get your legs a little lower down. You're here for another 5. Lower back is down on the mat. You have 2, 1. Hands, head down. Give the knees a quick hug. Rock from side to side. And then you're into your mountain climbers. Turn over. Hands under the shoulders. Knees under those hips. Then you're going to lengthen one leg, lengthen the other leg. So you're in a high plank, and then you start to bring those knees up to the chest, one at a time. Different modifications here. You can either have your forearms down, resting on something, or your hands down and just bring one knee up at a time, gently without the hop, or you're in full-blown mountain climber technique. Really bringing those knees up nice and fast, so you lift, lift, lift. Good. And we're doing this for 45 seconds. I don't know about you, Trinny, but I am really getting nice and warm now.
Me too.
Woohoo! Okay.
Woohoo! Let's do it.
That's it. We can do it. When it gets tough, always come back to why you're doing this. If it's bad tough and you're aching, and then rest. But if it's tough just because you're thinking, oh, it's beginning to burn a bit, push through a little bit longer, and you'll really get the benefits and the results. You're here for another 5 seconds, Trinny. That's it. 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, have a little rest. Have some water if you need. Roll those shoulders back a couple of times. And you're going to come into another round of exercises.
Oh.
Okay.
How are you feeling, ladies? If you just joined us, join in or watch it later. It will be on the main feed later on today. Okay.
Amazing. Right. Books in your hand.
Okay.
You're going to come into a Pilates-esque exercise. You don't want the books to be too heavy for this one. You're going to have your knees bent and your feet parallel like this. Arms lengthened out, shoulders back. Extend your right leg, squeeze the shoulder blades together, then bring it back in, lengthen the arms. So extend and bend. So you're working just on that left side where you're holding those glutes and the quadriceps in an isometric hold. Shortening, slightly lengthened, but then working. Good, so you extend, that's it, and bend. Really pull those shoulders back. So you're working on the biceps, you're working on the back. You're here for another 15 seconds, and then you've got a very small hold. Good, inhale, bring those arms in, exhale, send that leg back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. If the lower back starts to fatigue, just put the books down and use the arms as if you're doing tricep extensions. So you're working, squeezing the backs of the arms. Another 2. Extend and hold your next one. Squeeze those books in towards the chest. Right leg is back. Little lift of that right leg. So you lift the leg, then tap the ground 10 times. Lift and tap. Right leg is straight, left leg is bent. Keep that right leg nice and straight. Squeeze your glute maximus. So just a little lift. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Shake it off. Shake off those legs. And you're going to work the other side now. So that right leg is going to be bent, chest down.
Just so you know, I'm doing everything in reverse. So my left leg is bent.
Okay,
just
that's
so you
fine.
know, because it's back to front, Natalie.
Oh, on the screen, yes, you're right. So it's inhale, you bring it in, exhale, send it back, squeeze those shoulder blades together, really opening up the chest. Good, perfect. And you're doing this for 45 seconds in total, then you've got those little taps to challenge that glute medius. Good, nice. Big extension of your right leg then, engaging that glute max. Good, going for another 4. Going for 3, 2, extend and hold, books in towards the chest, little pulses up with your right leg. Little pulses up, keep the leg straight, balance on your left leg. Just a slight bend at the knee through that left side. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop, shake it off. Good. Right, books go down. You're going to come into a side plank now. So I'm going to have your left forearm on the ground. And we're going to do this in a modified version to begin with. Your bottom leg is, so yes, if your right forearm is on the ground, your right leg is bent. Your left
arm is on the ground.
Okay, your left arm is on the ground. In which case your left leg is bent, your right leg is straight. You're going to lift the hips. Going to reach, bring that hand down towards your hip, that right hand down to your hips. Then you're going to lift the hips, reach that right arm over the head, then lower the hips down, bring the arm down. So you lift, lower, lift, lower. Option 2, just see if you can keep your right leg hovering in the air, and that way you're really going to feel the glute medius. Or you can keep your both legs straight and you lift the whole of the side of your body as you reach up and over. That way you're going to be really working the obliques and the shoulder and the triceps on that left side. So it's a big reach up over the head. So the bicep is next to your ear. Then you bring the hips down. So Trinny, you're reaching away from the crown of your head. So you're reaching up this way. So bicep is
both my knees are off the ground.
If your bottom knee is on the ground, that's
and both my knees are off the ground.
So off the ground is harder. One of your knees on the ground is easier. So if your left knee is on the ground, it's easier. If your feet are staggered and you're lifting both your hips off, it's more difficult. You're here for another 2. So really lifting. That's it, perfect. And last one. And stop. You're going to switch and do the same on the other side. So right forearm is down, shoulder is set in place, it's locked down. Left foot in front of that right foot, and you're going to reach up and down. So you reach up, over your head, next to your bicep, and then lower your hips down. Really lifting your waistline up towards the sky. So lift your hips up a little bit higher. That's it. Going for another 10 seconds here. Lift, lift, lift. Good. So with this one, you're also getting in the side butt, that glute medius. And last one. You lift and relax back down. Come up onto your feet. We've got another little bit of cardio. You just want 1 or 2 books for this. Nothing too heavy. So 1 or 2 books. And you have done this one before. So you've done this one before. You're just going to bring your right foot back as your arms reach up, and then you lift. As if you're banging the books into the leg. So that left leg bends a little bit as that right leg straightens back, and then you lift. Inhale, exhale. So you get those shoulders working, abs working a little bit. You're raising the heart rate, but it's low impact, so there's no jumping around. You're working on muscular strength, but also cardiovascular endurance here. So it's cardio and strength combined, which is the magic combination. So you lift, inhale, exhale to bring that knee up. It's like a little lunge with your arms in the air. Arms should be getting tired. Going for another 3, 2, last one. Switch and do the same on the other side. So you need those books. Going to switch and do the same exercise on the other leg. Inhale, you reach those arms up. Exhale, bring that knee in. So you reach, lift, reach, lift. Good. 30 seconds. Get that heart rate up. Feel the energy, get that oxygen in. And remember, you're working towards your goals or your commitments here. You want to push yourself just that little extra, even if it's 1%, and that's when you really make those changes. You're here for another 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, round of water if you need. You're going to go into round 2 of this combination of exercises. So, little sip of water if you need, or some fresh air. And then you've got round 2. Okay, 5 seconds, and then we are back to this circuit, and then it's stretch time, okay, Trinny? So you've got 1 circuit to go. Books, we need those books. So either 1 heavy book or 2 books, just to get a bit of movement going on for the back. Work those back muscles. Left leg is bent and stationary, and then that right leg is going to extend and bend. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you extend your leg. Exhale, send the leg back. Inhale, bring it in. And as I said before, this is working on the hip stabilizer, it's working on that glute medius, it's working on the quads isometrically, and you're working on the glute maximus, the big glute, on that right side as you extend the leg. You're here for another 15 seconds, and then we have those little pulses, just to make things more interesting. So the arms come up as the leg goes back. Going for another 3, 2, extend and hold. Good, little pulses up with that back leg, keeping the glutes switched on the whole time. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Shake it off for a second. You will be working your lower back muscles in that. That is not a bad thing. You want to keep them strong. Okay, let's switch and do the same on the other side. So, right leg is working now. You're going to extend your left leg and bend it. Bend the arms as you extend the left leg. Inhale, exhale. And I would normally do this exercise on a reformer, a Pilates reformer, or I sometimes get you to do this with the gliders. Good, perfect, Trinny. You've got another 20 seconds. Really squeezing those shoulder blades together. Neck is lengthened, chin is tucked in. Good, going for another. 3, 2, extend and hold. Elbows touching to the side of the body. Little pulses up now with that left leg. Keep the legs straight. Really point the toes. That's going to help encourage that glute to activate a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Shake it off, books go down for a second. You're coming into your side plank variation. So, left forearm is down on the mat. Let's go into the full plank, the full side plank version of this. Right foot is in front of your left foot. Your feet are staggered. Left shoulder locked into position. Right hand on your hips. You're going to reach, lifting up. This is actually a side bend exercise in Pilates. Inhale, arm comes down next to your hips. So you're creating sort of a rainbow with that right arm. So it reaches above the head rather than under the waistline. So you lift and lower. Lift, lower. Good. You're only here for a few repetitions. You've got another 4, 3, 2, last one, and switch sides. Now I definitely felt that in my waistline area, as well as the glutes. Really good for strengthening the muscles surrounding your spine. Set that right shoulder down, deep breath in, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, lift. Really lifting those hips as if you're trying to create that rainbow shape with the body. As your hips go down, your arm comes down. So you reach up and lower. Reach, lower. Good. You're here for another 3, 2, last one, and rest for a second. This is your last couple of exercises now. You're going to come up onto your feet. You're going to grab hold of those books, or that one book, and you're going to come into that kneeing exercise. A little bit of energy to finish off with, working the whole body, and then you're ready to start your Monday filled with energy. Are you ready? You're going to reach those arms up, bring that left leg back, and then you're going to lift the leg. Exhale. Nice and fast. Get those arms working. You pull those shoulders back as you bring the books towards the knees. So your shoulders are set back, back muscles fire up. Always got to get that back working. Okay, 10 seconds to go. That's it. Pull that belly button in. Make sure those abs are working. Go for 3, 2, 1. Little rest for a second. Shake it off. Roll those shoulders back. And let's do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, let's go. You're going to reach those arms up. Inhale. Exhale, lift. The faster you go with this, the more you're going to
Come on, it's the last one, ladies. Let's do it.
Yes, it is. So, last one, maximum energy. The last one, the most important one. Good, 10 seconds left, and then you're stretching. Let's go, Trinny. We can do this. Let's go for 4. Lift. 3, 2, 1. It is over. Ah, wow. Let's take things to the mat now and have a nice big stretch. Okay.
God, I think we've only got about 4 minutes of stretching or it will shut out.
That's fine. 4 minutes is fine. Lie on your back. We're going to clasp your intercostal fingers behind the back of that right leg. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, extend the leg up to the sky. Extend and bend. So you manage to work your whole body then in around 30 minutes. Raise the heart rate. 1 more. And then let's switch and do the same on the other side. Of course, if you do have time at home, then you can spend a little extra time stretching or do these stretches for a little bit longer. But it's nice just to get a couple of minutes in. You've got 1 more on this left side. Okay, and then I want you to bend your knees, have your feet down the ground, cross your right leg over your left leg completely, lift your legs up, lower them to the left with your arms in that cactus position, and look to your right. So you're getting in a very gentle stretch for the glutes, and a stretch for the chest, as well as some mobility for the spine. Nice deep breaths to relax that nervous system. And come back to the centre. Uncross your legs, cross your left leg over your right leg. Now lift your legs a little bit, lower your legs to the right, look to your left. Holding that stretch, relaxing into that stretch. Okay, then come back to the centre, uncross your legs. You're going to reach your arms above your head, reach your legs over, just have a really big stretch. I want you to squeeze your bum here as well. That's going to help stretch out those hip flexors a little bit. And then bring those arms down, those legs up, so your feet are flat on the ground. You're going to turn over onto your side, push yourself up, and come into your cat dog stretch just to finish off. So deep breath in, you flex, and then exhale, extend, push your chest towards the ground, lengthen that neck. Inhale, flex, exhale, extend, come to neutral. Flex your feet, walk your hands towards your feet, rock onto your feet, then very slowly you're going to start to roll up vertebra by vertebra until you're standing nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back a couple of times and you are finished. You are ready to take on the world.
Nat, thank you so much.